So I'm here. My name is Will Bradwell. This is my dad, Rich Bradwell, and he is one of the founders and inventors of the art of positive refereeing, and give you a little backstory on why positive refereeing is an important concept and something you guys should know about.
Thank you, Will. You're one of the main reasons why we're refocusing on this concept after 20-some years since its original conception, with Bob Blackburn and myself out at the AYSO field at Miller Pond in Miami, Florida. Soccer, he's like 38 years old now. When his older brother was 5, he's 47 now. Soccer was just kind of becoming popular, and in addition to the football and baseball and everything, that soccer was out there, but it was just becoming popular. And now, after all these years, it's still popular, even more popular than ever. There's soccer games everywhere, from 5 years old up to high school. And we've got more soccer in the United States now than there's ever been. Kids can pick up a game when they're out after school or during school, during their phys ed classes or whatever. But once you introduce a referee into that situation, it changes everything. Now it just goes from a fun game of kids playing and kicking the ball around. Now it seems to have meaning when there's a referee there. So the referee has to understand the importance of their position when they come onto the field. It's not just to keep everybody from hurting each other. It's to make sure that the game is played the way it's meant to be played. A beautiful game. Nobody's getting hurt. Everybody enjoys it. The players are much happier in an environment where it's positive rather than they're afraid of being hurt all the time. You don't want a referee out there just blowing the whistle and just distracted. The whole concept can be changed. The whole game can be changed, and it's been changed, and we've done this 30 years ago, or 22 years ago, I'm sorry. Yes, we started in 1997.
25 years.
Or 97.
Found some documents back from 97.
So that's a lot. 25 years ago since we've had this concept sitting out there. But everywhere we've tried it back in that time, everybody liked it. People wanted to be referees after they found out they could be a referee without everybody hating them and yelling at them and calling them names and things. The whole game changes when you realize the referee is out there to benefit the environment and protect the players. The coaches aren't really out to protect the players. The coaches are out there to win the game, and they're so focused on winning the game and moving players around, they may not even know that one of their players is hurt. The referee will know that. The referee will stop the game and protect that player. Nobody else is going to do that except the referee. And once the players realize the referee's on their side to make the game more fun and everything, then everything changes. Now they're not just playing against a referee to see what they can get away with. Now they're playing soccer the way it was meant to be. And the game will change, whether it's an adult, parent, volunteer, perhaps, or just, a group of guys and girls get together and they play. It may be just one of their friends that doesn't want to be a player but likes being a referee instead. Even that changes the game a little bit. And once you put on a uniform, now you start disciplining, and now you start blowing whistles and stuff. Now you're the focus of the attention on the field, and you really don't want to be. You really want the players to be the focus of the field. If you can walk up the field and people tell you, I don't remember seeing you do anything. I don't remember you running. I don't remember you blowing the whistle. You can set it up that way if that's your goal. If you go out there with the attitude of, I'm going to be a positive referee and I'm going to make this game enjoyable for everybody, whether you're paid or whether you're a volunteer. If you're assuming the job of a referee, you're assuming the job of making sure that everybody is safe. Top priority. You make sure their cleats are good, you make sure their shin guards are on right, make sure everything, they're legal players of the legal age, all those things you're doing only for the purpose of safety. Nobody wants an injured player. Nobody wants to be injured. And I don't think anybody really even wants to even injure anybody. They just want to play hard. to come up with the concept of positive refereeing, you can't just be talking about, oh, this and that. You have to have a tangible things that says this is positive refereeing. One of the first things when you show up to the field, I made this up for doing AYSO games where we first got started. And you introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Richard. I'm your AYSO volunteer referee. I could be, hi, I'm your high school referee. I am your whatever you are. You say, this is who you are, and this explains what's going to happen. About halfway through the game, each half, they're going to stop so you get a refreshment, and you can trade players, so every player can play half a game. And you can do this just informally, walking around. You don't have to like get everybody together and lecture. That's exactly what you don't want to do. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that referee. You don't want to be a control freak. You just want to like walk around, like, hey, just in case you don't know me, I'm Richard, and in a casual way. And if somebody will say, well, thanks, or whatever, or somebody will read it, or whatever, but you're introducing yourself. You're not just some strange person that shows up. You're a human being who cares about their child. So you can introduce yourself. Here I am, and tell you exactly what it is. And we're also members of a referee appreciation society. Referee's the most important part of the game. Because without them, things can get really, really bad. Or with them, things can be really, really good and really, really enjoyable. I refereed under this concept for 15 years. Only ended up giving 2 red cards in all that time in all kinds of situations in competitive games in AYSO, in high school. Once the players know, you're kind of all right. You're on their side. They have a different way of playing the game. And the most competitive players, the one you think, oh, I don't want that. They're the most appreciative of the green card concept. They seem to enjoy it even more. They don't have to be physical. Now they can rely on their skills again. And they don't have to worry about somebody retaliating at them because something they did earlier in the game. That kind of takes a lot of that out of the game. But we need a tangible proof of what good sportsmanship is. If somebody does something in a good sporting way, there's a good sport in the game, they don't have to be. In soccer, you kind of expect everybody to be a good sport. That's the way the game started out. You tip your cap. When somebody scored a goal, you tip your cap as a recognition of, like, I appreciate what you did. That was a good thing. The game has always been a sport of higher standards and behavior. If somebody does something extraordinarily good, something beyond just what you expected to do, but somebody goes out of their way, if they do something that's extraordinary, you can stop the game and raise a green card. Most people are like, what is that? It's such a new concept, they don't know what it is. And that's, you can either explain it to the parents on the side as a green card, or like one of the players did in the game when we offered one to one of the AYSO girls in the state championship, but she didn't score a goal when she could have because she hit the goalie with the ball so hard. I gave her a green card. Parents are screaming, what's that? And the player, this is the green card. This is for being good. There's an 11-year-old girl explaining it to the parents, and they went from screaming at the referee, like, why did you do that? To like, wow, what a beautiful moment. Everybody clapped and applauded the girl, and she felt really good. Now, when you get a green card, one of the things we came up with, you can either keep the green card, and we'll put your name on it here, so-and-so, and the date, and the referee, and you can say, she got this green card for doing such a thing. You know? And then, they can either keep the card, or they can take it to the refreshment stand, and we'll give them an ice cream cone or a soda, or whatever they have at the refreshment stand. But curiously, in all the green cards we've given out, and by me and all the, I don't think anybody ever took their green card to give it away. Not for ice cream or for anything. The only kid that did one time, I happened to be there at the refreshment stand when he went over and said, hey, I want to know, and they took the green card from him. And this is a pretty tough kid, started crying because they took the green card from him. This is valuable. Go to a soccer game at the FIU, a little kid was running up to me and goes, hey, you're the referee that gave my friend a green card. Well, the kid itself that got the green card wasn't even as affected as the person that saw the green card. Here, you get something tangible that says, yes, at one point in my life, when I was young or when I'm older, I was recognized amongst my peers of being exceptionally good. Now that doesn't happen very often in life. You don't get recognized for being good, nevertheless exceptionally good. But here, you can. And we know from experience now that the kids love these cards. They don't want to give this up. And you don't give these out very easy. You got to do something exceptionally good. You want the players to play good anyway. The magic of the green card is they have to take it to the next level. When that ball goes out of bounds, they can either just live it there or they can go and get it and give it to the other player. When they knock somebody down, they can help the other person back up. You don't have to just be a tough and mean guy or girl. You can be a good person on and off the field. And this is the tangible proof. This is the art of positive refereeing, basically in a nutshell. The power of this green card. In fact, when this green card didn't have all this stuff on it, it was just a plain green card. When it was presented to Ken Aston, who was the inventor of the yellow and the red card, we didn't say, hey, here's a green card, it was for good. No, what do you think of this, Mr. Aston? He says, what a splendid idea. He was British, of course. He got it right off the bat. He should have invented the green and the red and the yellow. You get recognized for being bad, or you get recognized for being unbelievably bad, dangerously bad, or you can be recognized for being good. But he saw it as a splendid idea. When it was presented to Hans Sterling, the founder of AYSO, and his wife at an AYSO meeting, they couldn't come up with enough superlatives. They couldn't come up with enough adjectives that were positive for the idea. The whole buzz around the table that night was, what an incredible idea. Their wives, everybody was like saying, this is really what AYSO needs. This is what soccer needs. So we have the concept and we have tangibility. So, you're a positive referee. So how are you going to let everybody know you're a positive referee? Other than you show up on time, first of all. You want to be the first person at the field. You're walking around in your uniform. You look good. We can't let people that are in the positive refereeing thing be anything less than exemplary. Even more of a referee than a regular referee. Just a normal yellow and red referee. The green referee has to be even better, have a higher standard, because we're introducing a new concept. And in soccer, just like everything, there's a certain resistance to new creativity. But this, as we found out with seasoned referees and other referees, this just made the game more fun for them. You're not constantly being yelled at and criticized by parents. Once they realize, hey, that's a good person out there protecting my kids. I'm going to enjoy this game. I'm not going to worry about the scores so much. I'm just going to enjoy this game. Myself, personally, I refereed 2 state championship games, girls under 19 for AYSO. I think one game was 1-0, the other game was 2-1. And after both games, they were a year apart, the parents of both teams thanked me, and they couldn't understand how the game went so well without me running or whistling or doing anything, because most of them, and they didn't really understand what the green card was all about. They're 19, they didn't see this all along. But before the game, when I had the captains out in the middle of the field, I always opened up my cards, my yellow, my red, and my green card. And without a doubt, the green card. I never saw that. What's that all about? And then you explain what that is. And then you play the game. And you tell them, listen, every time I blow the whistle, it's kind of embarrassing you. Let's see how long I can go without blowing a whistle. Let's see if I can, when the ball goes out of bounds, I don't have to blow the whistle and point the way. How about if we have a little game amongst ourselves? I don't embarrass you. You're not hearing a whistle blow all the time. And get into the game. And the parents are going to realize that, boy, the referee isn't doing anything. But the game is really going well. This is the way it works. And it's not just me, my own personal experience, other referees that have refereed games. Wow, the game just goes so much better this way. So the referee sets the tone right off the bat. You're there on time. Nobody's, well, where's the referee? Who's the referee going to be? Oh, it's you. Oh, I remember you. Now you've got a reputation to precede you. Oh, And we have green shirts. Only a green card referee can wear the green card referee. I don't have a patch with me, but we have patches that you get that shows you're a positive referee. And it's not just a green card. It's more than that. When you are a green card referee, you're not going to be timid about that. Oh, I do this, but no, you're proud of the fact that you come up with this, you've discovered this, you came across this podcast, because now you're going to look forward to refereeing that game, especially if they've done a team or something before, and then they start, hey, I remember you, you're a green card, I like you. And the little kids will say things that the parents will say, I remember you did a game like they'll tell you things, they'll make you feel good. They recognize the difference in the environment with you as a referee. And if you do it long enough, you're going to have enough people to recognize you, and more people want to be referees. But my son now is 47, he's 38. This concept is due. It's due to come. We've gone through COVID, everybody's gone home, everybody's had a chance to reassess their lives. What's really valuable in life? Winning that game, yelling at that referee. Is that the most valuable thing in life anymore? No, it's not. It's a matter of fact that you can get together with your friends, other competitors. At the end of the game, you shake your hand to set the tone that we're out here. We can't have a game without each other. We can't have a game without somebody to play against. You can't have a game without referees. But that's not the case in most situations. You are going to have a referee because it's necessary. But the referee doesn't have to always be pointing out the negative. That's always the case in football. It's always the negative. Soccer, there's positive things that happen. I could go on and on forever with all the different situations I personally came up with. The first green card I ever gave was to a goalie who lost the game 10-0. The other team was all like beating them up, scoring goals. This goalkeeper never got mad at her defense, never got upset at nothing, just gave her more opportunities to play. So she's having a great time blocking shots. She wasn't upset that she was losing. She was playing more than anybody else. At the end of the game, when they're shaking hands, like the first green card I ever offered, I offered it to the goalkeeper. Of course, nobody knew what was going on. I said, this is for you for not complaining about the defense and playing so hard the whole game. You get the first official green card in soccer history. The girls picked her up and carried her around the field on her shoulders after losing the game 10-0. And the other team stood there and applauded. There's power in this green. I get goosebumps just doing these things. I remember the guy that Bob Blackburn, he worked at a place where you could make cards. And before the game, he drove by and he handed me the cards through the fence. Said, maybe you can use one of these today. And again, I said, this is, I'll try it. And from then on, I was hooked. You can make the goalkeeper of a 10-0 losing team be the hero of the game, the most popular person on the field at the end of that day. That's what this can do. Raise it above their head. Anybody watching this podcast, myself, how many times in life, I've been around a while, are you recognized publicly in front of your peers for being a really good person, or a good child, or a good player, good anything? Doesn't happen that often. And it does, it's usually the same person. It's the same person that gets straight A's, the same person that does it gets recognized. The average kid just wants to be appreciated as well. And now, by looking for opportunities to be good, you will be recognized for being good. Because now there's something tangible. And you get to keep the card. And one mother said, you gave my daughter a green card a couple of years ago, and she still has it on her desk in her bedroom. And anybody that comes in, she goes and shows it to them. I said, I had no idea this is going to be this powerful. And we're just putting it back together again. Now my son Will, he has a son now who's almost 3 years old. He knows he's going to be refereeing probably in 3 years when he's 5 years old. He said, Dad, let's get this concept back on. So he's kind of like the motivating factor. Let's get this concept back. The kids need this. I want to take this and carry it forward with you, Dad. So that's what we're doing here today. You set up a little screen here when we do our first podcast, but we have to get this thing going. And World Cup's coming. Everybody's back on the pitches again. COVID's pretty much what it is. And everybody's getting back together again. But we don't have to get back together the way it was. Going back to the old way of screaming at the referees and yelling and kids hurting each other. In my 25 years of being involved with AYSO and all the years they did green cards, not one time was a player taken off the field injured. Not one time. In all those years. Soccer's not a game you should be injured in. And this is a way of keeping the players, it's magical in a way. Wow, I get a little piece of plastic for being good, and they'll do anything. I gave a green card, state champion Gulliver High School. State champions in their division year after year after year after year. Toughest team in town. I refereed the game there. I gave a green card to the defender. After the whole game, they were trying to get a green card. I finally gave a green card to the defender for doing something. He got the green card, and he ran around the whole field with the card above his head. I got a green card. I got a green card. Now, this is a tough guy. I've known this kid since he was 6 years old. Always the toughest player. Got a scholarship to play at Gulliver. He's a killer. He's a tough player. To see him running around the field with a green card, running in front of all the moms and dads, because people go to the Gulliver games and say he got a green card. Kids can't control themselves when they're recognized for being good. They've never done that. This doesn't happen. So when it happens, they get excited about it. So anyway, that's kind of the introduction to the green card for today. Being a green card referee is not just fun for ourselves, but you restore the concept of the game, which is the beautiful game. That's it. And to make it safe, it's even more beautiful. I said, my name is Richard Bradwell. I've been doing this soccer thing since, I guess, 1980. I guess is when my oldest son became 5 years old, and I got out there in the field. They needed referees, and of course, I signed up to be a referee. Then over time, it said, damn, I like referees. I don't like people being mean to me or being mean to other people. I don't like to be mean back and get into a little discussion. Can we take it to a higher level? And the art of positive refereeing is more than just a green card. It's more than just showing up. It's just everything about your demeanor and the way you talk to the kids. I used to have a green little watch that I got from Burger King, I think. That it was a green watch, and here's my watch. And when you push the button, it would laugh like one of the cartoon characters. I do that for 6 or 7-year-old kids. They liked me all the time. Now I wasn't just a mean guy to yell at them. Hey, this guy's pretty cool, even at a young age. You try and make the game fun. And it's like some of the things you do, the parents aren't even aware of what's going on. You're talking to kids on the field, and you're trying to keep the game fun. And hey, if you did this, you could have got the green card. You wouldn't have got that ball, throw it over to the corner kick. You could have got the green card. Oh, okay. And you point out, like, this is how you can get one. Oh, okay. Changes everything. Changes your life. We're hoping to get a clinic or this podcast be a regular thing, and your input would be great. We'd love to send you out a trial package, including your card, a green whistle, green pencil, some good sport cards. Love to get you started. This isn't about a scheme for us to make a lot of money. This isn't that. This isn't that at all. This is a scheme to enhance the game of soccer. We're going to come into the equal recognition as football, baseball, and hockey, that we have to be special. We got to do something special. No sport recognizes their players for their behavior and being positive. So many times you can see a player could have kicked somebody, but they jump over instead because they got this in the back of their mind. Done it enough times, I've seen enough games, and I'll reckon, hey man, that was really good. You held up on that. You could have had a real collision there, but you didn't. That was really cool. Do I get a green card for that? Nah, you should have done it anyway. Oh. You don't give these out willy-nilly. You give it out, they're well-deserved. And the kids will rise. The players, not just kids, the players will rise to the occasion. They will try. Because in soccer, there's plenty of opportunities to be a good person, to be a good sport. Plenty of opportunities. But if there's no incentive, why bother? But if you're a 9-year-old and you get a free ice cream, well, now there's an incentive, and then you get to keep the card and show everybody for the rest of your life. And at one point, or you have a whole series of cards. Anyway, I'm Richard Bradwell, my son Will Bradwell. Hopefully we'll be doing this more often, and maybe we'll get some people to join in and watch, participate, give ideas, invite us to come to a soccer field near you. We'll put on a class, it's a half hour, 45 minutes an hour. Class on the green card, a little test to take, a little certification you can get that you're taking this seriously, and you understand why in different situations when you would award a green card. So thank you again. You can tell them how to get a hold of us at Art of Refereeing.
Yeah, you can find us at positivereferee.org or also soccergreencard.com. And we'll have links to sign up for our email list and to subscribe to the podcast will be on there. So however you've heard about us, however you got turned on to the concept, we will be out there and available to sharing this journey with you so you can develop as a positive referee yourself, tell your friends that are referees, tell referees in the leagues that your kids play in. Let them know that there's another way to be a referee besides what is so commonly perceived as their role. We'll have free resources available, free information, so that way you can just take this and put it into practice, and you can order cards. You can let us know which league you're in, and we'll send you a pack of cards just so you can get started with the concept and just put it into practice and see how it works, and let us know. We're setting up a place where if a kid is given a green card, they can register their green card online so they can have recognition. Over time, we'll have to build up some sponsors that support kids that are getting green cards out there. They can give them rewards. So aside from just the local convenience stand or the concession stand, have other sponsors that also engage and want to support this kind of behavior from kids and children and young adults as they continue to grow in their sport. We welcome you to follow along, share this with your friends, share this with anybody you know that might be interested, and give us comments, give us your feedback, let us know what you think and what else you want to hear from us as we go along. We're here to be a part of your journey.
And to follow up on that, I talk to soccer administrators, even coaches, but I talk to the administrator at the field. How's your program going? Man, we got 5 fields going. We got 40 different things. I said, how's your referee situation? Oh, we can't find enough referees. I'll bet if I went to any soccer program in this country, so got a beautiful program. What's going on here? Referees are the hardest part. We can't get enough referees, but you gotta have them. You're in a program, you gotta pay them. You're gonna spend $10, $20, $100. Does the money make a difference to a quality referee? Probably not. Maybe some. I don't think it's the money. But every soccer program has a common problem. High schools, they don't have enough referees for all their games. There's not enough qualified referees to go around for all the games. And you're not going to get a referee to go out on the field if you know they're just going to be yelled at and embarrassed, have to wear shorts in front of people, but they really don't want to go out there because they don't want to be on display where people are going to insult them in public. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes to be called out by their boss, their supervisor, their friends, their husband. Nobody likes to be embarrassed in public by anybody. So they don't want to put themselves in a position where they could be embarrassed. But after just doing the one class, most of the people that went to that class, and there was 2 classes, one for referees and there was the one we were putting on next door. Our seminar was full of people because they wanted the referee. They realized the problem with refereeing, but we were offering something different than just the same old, here's the rules, here's how you point your directive. No, this is different. We had a standing ovation, and amongst the people in that room for the standing ovation was Ricky Davis, one of the leading American soccer players in history. He attended the thing, and he was amongst one of the people at the end of standing ovation. He realized we were on to something. People, when they experience, they're on to something, and the most common comment at the end of that class was, when is there going to be a game? I can't wait to referee. And these are people that never refereed before, most of them. But they were commissioners, and their head of referees said, you got to go to this thing. Of course, we were out promoting this thing big time. We didn't want to be embarrassed at this clinic and introducing this to the soccer world if nobody show up. So we really pushed it. And when people came, the comment was, man, this is great. I can't wait to referee. I can't wait to referee a game. And that's pretty much where we left it. At that point in time, we all moved on in our lives and got away from it a little bit. We didn't really follow it through to the point where we're picking it up right now again. And yes, this concept is even more important now than ever before, even welcome now more than ever before. We've got to establish 2 professional leagues in this country now. Kids have something they could look forward to playing in if they could do well in high school and college and everything like that. And the way they're going to be able to do that is not get their knees blown out from some ignorant coach making them play when they shouldn't be playing. Having some player that's not being encouraged to play positively goes out and he's just hurting people. That's not the way it's going to be anymore. If this concept takes over and this permeates throughout the soccer world, which there's no reason why it shouldn't. It's meant to be there. The players want it. The referees love it. The coaches will appreciate it. Now they can work on strategy. They can make sure they have Gatorade or orange juice available at halftime. They don't have to worry about treating injuries or screaming at the referee that they should know better, they should open their eyes, and they should run more. You don't have to worry about any of that anymore. They can enjoy being a coach and having parents like them for being a nice coach instead of just yelling at their kids all the time or ignoring when their kids are limping when they should be taken off the field because they're hurt. A positive referee. We're hoping you, hundreds of you, thousands of you that may someday see one of our podcasts and say, I love soccer. I want to sit there. I want to be on the field with the kids. I don't want to be yelling at me. I want to enjoy it. I want to get some exercise. I want the best view on the field. I don't want to just be sitting up there. I want to be out of my... You'll feel different. You'll want to be a referee. You look at other referees, oh, I can't believe he or she just did that. Oh, man, I can't believe that was the perfect time for a green card. Oh, I can't believe they missed that. You want to be that person. You want to be out there. You want to be showing the green card and watching the faces of the kids light up, and the kids around them light up, and the parents light up. At the end of the game, they run over, and they're showing everybody the green card. And they lost 5-0. We'll look forward to taking this as far as we all can, all of us together. Play on.